There were just two feelings before the first game. There was great happiness and there were great nerves. We were very nervous.
We didn't say much, really. We just spoke about positioning at set pieces and the team structure. There was nothing else to talk about. This was a World Cup.
The 2006 FIFA World Cup was Ukraine's first ever appearance at a major tournament. For a country that had only achieved independence in 1991, getting to the top table was an achievement in itself. Previous bids to reach the finals had ended in the heartache of elimination at the playoff stage. But under new coach Oleg Blokhin, they finally had something to celebrate. Apart from the hosts, Ukraine was the first European team to confirm their place in Germany. That didn't spare them a tough baptism. They lined up to make their debut against Spain. Things couldn't have got off to a worse start. After only 20 minutes, Ukraine found themselves 2 goals down. Completely outplayed by the Spaniards, they would go on to lose 4-0. The man who gave away the free kick that led to Spain's second, and who then deflected it in, was defender Andrei Rusol.
That first game was against a very strong opponent. We were nervous at the start, and perhaps it was for that reason that we didn't play well. And maybe we also lacked a bit of concentration. But it was strange, because despite the scoreline, all my emotions were positive. I was playing in the World Cup, the biggest stage for any professional player.
Rusol is captain of Ukrainian top-flight side Dnipropetrovsk, the club he's served since 2003. His teammates at Dnipro include Maxim Kalinichenko, who, despite playing no part in qualifying for Germany, was a key member of Blokhin's squad that summer. And it was these two who combined against Saudi Arabia to score Ukraine's first World Cup goal.
It isn't difficult to describe the goal. It was from a corner, taken by my teammate Maxim Kalinichenko. He crossed it in, and while getting past the defender, I just managed to stick my leg out. It hit my knee and deflected goalwards, and then I saw it in the net. I never thought that I would actually go down in history as the first player ever to score for the national team at the World Cup.
Rusol's goal after 4 minutes settled Ukrainian nerves. Sergei Rebrov doubled their advantage, and all the while, Kalinichenko was having the game of his life. He was again provider for Ukraine's third, before wrapping up a man-of-the-match performance with a goal of his own in another remarkable 4-0 scoreline. They would go on to beat Tunisia 1-0 in their final group game to book a place in the last 16. Here they lined up against Switzerland, who'd surprisingly won their group ahead of France. It was anything but a classic and started goalless into extra time. The additional 30 minutes wasn't enough to break the deadlock either, so it meant a place in the quarter-finals would be decided on penalties. And it didn't start well for Ukraine.
It's a horrible experience for anyone to be watching their team in a penalty shootout when a place in the quarter-final of the World Cup is at stake. It's even worse when you're so close to the action. When you're playing, it's totally different, but I'd been substituted during the game, so I had to watch it. Well, I can't even begin to describe how nervous we all were. Our coach, Oleg Blokhin, couldn't watch at all. I think he turned his back for practically the entire shootout. They also missed, and then Artem Milevsky scored a penalty of genius. He fooled the keeper beautifully. When he did that, it seemed to give all of us strength in ourselves. Watching the shootout, I thought that Switzerland seemed to give up then. especially with Shovkovsky doing so well in goal.
It was left to Oleg Gusev to seal the win.
We'd achieved our main goal at the World Cup. We'd got past the first knockout stage and made it to the quarter-finals. For all of us, it felt like a great load had been lifted.
It set up a quarter-final with Italy and gave Ukraine, in their debut tournament, the chance to equal the old Soviet Union's best-ever FIFA World Cup performance. Statistics will tell you that Ukraine dominated possession, but the only number that mattered went in the Italian column. The Azzurri won 3-0 as they marched towards their 4th world title. For Ukraine, it would end an impressive debut and an unforgettable experience.
Personally, I felt great emotion throughout the whole tournament. In fact, that's true of the whole team. The memories of that month we spent in the intense heat of Germany will be with me for the rest of my life. We spoke with other players out there and everyone said these will be the greatest memories of their career. And of course, once you've experienced it, anyone will want to feel those emotions again at least one more time.
хотя бы раз почувствовать.